Hey there, you're here to install Airtronics M17 transmitter wrap. You want to wash your hands, clean the transmitter with isopropyl, have a pick, tweezers to lift the sticker off the transmitter sheet, use a credit card or debit card to help you put down edges. The video has been sped up quite a bit, so you may have to rewind. When you're laying down a sticker, if you're using a big piece, start from the middle and then work yourself out. You will be using heat in this installation. You can do it either in between or afterwards when you're finished. Here I'm using the pick dull side to lay down the edges. Sometimes you'll have to lift and push down into the corners to get your result. If it doesn't work, just pull it away and try to reapply. Don't pull on the sticker, it could stretch. You don't want to end up having to cut it so that it fits. This piece here, it folds over, and you got to put this piece on here first, and then the other piece goes over top. It just overlaps. This piece here has two notches in the front and the back, and you can use the center of the radio. You can see the notch right there by my thumb, and then you can just grab one side. You can move it around left or right until you feel you have the right spot. Once you're happy with it, start from the middle and work yourself out. As you can see, there's this little piece right here that can be easily stretched. If you happen to stretch it, you may have to cut it with an X-Acto and then just lay it over top to make it a little bit easier. You can use heat in these areas where they fold over, or you can wait till the end. Same thing on the other side. If you happen to get a wrinkle, just pull the sticker back up slowly, don't yank on it, and just line it up. And here I'm using some heat and just laying out all those edges that might be stubborn. I usually do this no matter whether I'm having issues with it or not. It just really finishes off the transmitter really well. On here I had a little bit of a bubble, so I just used the pick to lift it a little bit, and then I fixed it. So everything here can be adjusted. And turn the radio to the side, and then just slowly align it through around the handle. Your pick helps to put it close to the edge if your finger can't get in there. Make sure you're not using too much heat. You're keeping the heat gun away at least 6 inches or so. and use low heat. Never use high heat. You will most likely burn or melt the foam on your wheel. You could potentially burn your hands too. I apologize if some of my explanation isn't all that great, but there isn't any names for some of these corners or anything, so I'm just kind of just making it up, and hopefully you can understand with the video on what I'm trying to do here. This piece here, I have to tuck it underneath a little bit. There are little relief notches. This piece here, I'm just laying it on gently. I bring down the one piece there, I lift it back up, and then with the edge, I make sure it goes down and just keep pushing it on. This is a pretty big piece. Just line it up as best as you can in these two corners that I just picked up, and then you can slowly lift it and put down that edge there, and the rest should just fold right over on both sides. As you can see here, I went a little overboard on covering as much as possible. Some people like this, some people don't, so it's up to you how much you want to put on. They don't all have to go on there. So you can see I'm using my pick. This is where you'd be using like your credit card or debit card to help you push that down also. Right here, I'm basically lining it up with the handle and the other corner where it's rounded, and just pushing it down. I'm using a little bit of heat. I'm using my thumb, so I'm not using that much heat, otherwise I'd be burning myself. So just keep that in mind. I don't want you guys using too much heat. I don't want to hear back that you've accidentally burnt your transmitter. So you can use your pick or your tweezers to really help you line some of these pieces up. I tried to get them as close as possible so the fit is there. If it's not, just try reworking it again. This is your earphone jack. It goes around the plug-in hole, and then it overlaps, so it's kind of a 3D part because it goes on flat and then over top, and it also bends down. So it's it looks a little confusing, but I tried to get in here with the video to really help you. And here's another piece as well. A little bit of heat. Press it down with your thumb. Looks good. And this is for the switch. It fits right over top. It's a really nice fit. You will have to use some heat here as it'll relax the sticker. You can see it kind of lifting up a little bit there. And then with my pick, I'm just slowly putting it on. I am using a sharp edge. I shouldn't be, but since I've done this so many times, I'm pretty good at not damaging the transmitter or scratching. You may want to use the blunt edge, just like I am there. And add a little bit of heat on this side. My hand's in the way a little bit. And there you go. Okay, this big piece here on top is not that tricky, but it looks a little hard to do, I guess. But as long as you line it up with the two buttons here and you hold it from these two spots here, you should be able to move it left or right and be able to align it with the screen and the touch surface. Once you like that, then move forward and do the other side. Then move yourself from the inside, work your way out. At this point, you'll probably use some more heat. Alright, so I really like the handle being black. This is where it comes into your choice. This piece here is the optional handle piece. There's two pieces, and this one's a little awkward to get out, so it is one big piece, and it's basically I don't even know what to call it, but if you just watch the video, it should help you put it on if you want to put it on. Once you're happy with the top, you'll be lifting the handle up, and you'll be folding this down, and this is pretty much self-explanatory. You can just lay it on and then fold over, or sorry, fold underneath. I didn't do that right there. Do the same thing on that side. And I think I lift the, yeah, okay, so this is where I actually folded underneath. Sorry about that. And then another fold. So basically you have a bunch of folds in this, and that's what makes this hard for possibly some of you guys. I believe for me it's straightforward, and that's why I call this a optional piece. If you want to put it on, you can put it on. If not, not a big deal. You'll add heat, and then basically it'll relax the sticker just like everywhere else, and you'll have a really nice fit on here, and it looks, you know, looks good too, but for me I prefer the black. Your choice is the final say. So I'm adding a little bit of heat here, and that's pretty much it.